Good afternoon. This is a response video to Private Sicarii. First, want to say thank you for finally putting out a video about me. I've been not exactly feeling love from you guys, and I see, besides having to teach you about scripture and about essentially the way the Torah works, because since it's not your book, it's not something you could really understand. And I figured I would tell you this, and I figured I would first start off by telling you a little bit about television shows, because clearly you don't understand them. And I thought it would be very, very nice for you to take a look at my lovely white orchid over here while I tell you all this stuff. Regarding that lovely video you put out, the inaccuracies are quite interesting, to say the least. To begin with, and listen up, because I'm going to teach you something right now. Norman Lear began with All in the Family. And from All in the Family came the spin-off of the Jeffersons. Through All in the Family, the character Maud got her own spin-off. From Maud met Florida Evans, and that created the Good Times spin-off. Okay, so see where things go. I mean, the root of the tree is All in the Family, and from All in the Family, all these other shows were in fact created. Now, the one thing that I could say about All in the Family, the Jeffersons, Maud, and to a lesser extent Good Times, if you were to see the theme of the show, it was how the irony of differences among different religious and ethnic groups, how illogical the entire hatred of a group, to hate a group for a group is. That's basically what it came down to. Archie Bunker made fun of everybody. George Jefferson made fun of everybody. If you look at Maud was a liberal, hardcore on the other side. Okay? And she also didn't even realize it, but she basically was just the other side of the coin that had all that racist stuff going along for the ride. And as far as Good Times is concerned, it was a very, very popular show. And this was a show that lasted for several years. Norman Lear was a genius for the simple fact that he knew how to play this the way that people thought and looked at each other. And he was able to create some really serious kick-ass series about this stuff. Okay, so look, as I said, I'm trying to teach you a bit. Oh, and by the way, sir, please, why don't you double check this stuff on, like, a legitimate source instead of your hit piece source? I mean, sorry to tell you, but unless you're like, one of the fools on the street corner, we know better than that. And as far as Sanford & Son, magnificent show, loved that show. That was a knockoff of Steptoe & Son, a British series that was two white guys. Now, here is a question. Did you ever watch Sanford & Son? Because I seriously doubt you did. If you did watch Sanford & Son, you would know that there was a Puerto Rican neighbor. There was a white neighbor. There was a whole bunch of different ethnic groups in that show. Do you notice a similar theme? Do you notice what Norman Lear is doing? I mean, I realize thinking is very, very hard and difficult for you, but this is something you really need to start to learn to do, okay? And I'm just giving you a little food for thought here. So this is your homework assignment, guys. You need to, Google some of this stuff. Read. I mean, really, seriously, learn how to read. It's a good thing. And then after you learn how to read, then maybe we could start talking about, like, why Sicarii celebrates Passover on the wrong day and exactly what kosher food laws mean, because clearly you don't understand that stuff either. I've noticed that when it comes to biblical stuff, you guys run from me. And I feel very, very upset about this. Why would you run from me? I mean, I thought that, you were supposed to teach me. But then again, As Cushites, this is not your book, clearly. Okay? And I guess this is it. I don't really don't feel like doing any kind of major production because with you guys, I really don't care. I'm just here to help educate you. And so I figured, a nice white orchid would be nice to look at while I educate you. You see, I am very, very considerate. Anyway, guys, have yourself a lovely day, and hopefully you'll put out a more detailed video about me next time. I mean, seriously, I think it is absolutely magnificent. The sad thing about you, Sicarii Sergeant, you sort of remind me of a Worldwide Wrestling Federation heel of the 1980s, where you look to hit everything but the target. So far, you continually miss. Anyway, take care, guys.